Great. So happy Thursday, everybody. I'm thrilled you're here. Um, I was telling a little story or a little observation I had yesterday in the last class, and I think it's important to share it with you too. And then we'll get going. We have a lot of really beautiful work to do together today. But yesterday I was walking my dog early in the morning, and I happened to run into somebody, one of our dear spiritual teachers, who was doing a job that I was so surprised to see her doing. And it paused me for a moment because also my husband has had to go back and take a job to help offset the losses at Nectar and Natural Yoga. And it paused me for a minute because I realize, and I've always realized this, but how our spiritual warriorship is to show up wherever we're placed. You know, this person I ran into yesterday, she is one of the greatest spiritual teachers, and she is beyond extraordinary in who she is and what she does as a healing modality in the world. And to see her taking on a different job and knowing that that place that she's at is wherever she was doing a crossing guard, and what she's doing is she was sharing her love in that capacity. She was sharing her spiritual energy in that capacity. And I thought to myself how that this is so much of what the world is giving us right now is, can you step up your warriorship as a spiritual being no matter where you're being placed? And then I had to laugh in the afternoon because my daughter called me and said, you know, Nectar Cafe, their garbage was overwhelming, because Neil usually does that, and he keeps forgetting since he gets home late now. And so my son and I went over to empty garbage yesterday. And so I'm laughing because I'm like, here I'm being a garbage man. She's being a crossing guard. Neil's, you know, he's working as electrician's assistant. We're being asked to use our spiritual energy, that same energy we are as teachers or as whatever it is we're offering, in so many different ways that we would have never expected. And I think that that is such a beautiful moment to shed all the identities that we've been given. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and allow ourselves to be as connected to this practice, no matter where we're being placed, no matter where we're being asked to do our karma work, to give ourselves our energies. So bring your hands together. Can we remain a spiritual warrior no matter where we're placed, is, I guess, my thoughts. And it really struck me deep yesterday when I saw her, because that love that she has, that commitment that she has to doing what we do, is now being directed a little differently, but just as powerfully. Let your palms come to rest at your heart. And the mantra is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to that place inside of me that is so wise, that allows me to retreat again and again to the wise counsel. When I get confused, when I don't know who I am, I return back to this inner sanctuary. I return back to this light over and over again. Deep breath in. Draw the navel in, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze your spine. Exhale, release. And then take your hands down to your lap. Thumb and first finger come to touch. And together, Ad Gure Name. Ad Gure Name. To God Gure Name. Sat Gure Name. Siddhi Gurudeva Name. Ad Gure Name. To God Gure Name. Sat Gure Name. Siddhi Gurudeva Name. Ad Gure Name. To God Gure Name. Sat Gure Name. Siddhi Gurudeva Name. Siddhi Gurudeva Name. Siddhi Gurudeva Name. Feel the protection. Feel the support. Feel your light beyond any identity that you give yourself. And then release, open your eyes, and come onto your hands and knees. And begin cat and cow. And we aren't sure whether Kat is going to be able to stay with us all class because she has a mommy in labor. So let's, as we're moving through cat and cow, I'm going to sing On This Day. How's that? And you can sing while you're moving. Her birthday's tomorrow. On this day, the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve her. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget her. On this day, the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve her. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget her. On this day, the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve her. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget her. Press back to child's pose. Sadhana. Sadhana. Good. Come up to sit on your heels if you can. If you cannot sit on your heels, you can come back to cross-legged. Good. Interlace your palms, pointer finger, reach your arms straight up. Inhale, navel in and up, sat. Exhale, na. Sat, 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 na. Sat. Nam sit, nam sit, nam sit, nam. Keep going, keep reaching as high as you can. How are you being asked to remain a spiritual warrior in the world that we're in right now? What would happen if everything got stripped away from you, all the identities that you knew yourself to be? What would you be left with? That is Satnam. You come back to your truth. You come back to your effulgent light, without names, without fame. Just your original truth. Wherever the world wants us to go now, may we continue to be spiritual warriors. Whatever this next week gives us, may we continue to spread love and peace. Pull that navel in and up, in and up. Know yourself to be the goddess. Know yourself to be extraordinary. I was saying in the first class, I think of Mother Teresa, you know. She served God by serving some of the most difficult, in the most difficult conditions. And she continued with the love, such intense love, no matter where you're placed, no matter what your job is. Last minute, stay with it, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up. Reach those fingers straight up, point your fingers straight up. Stretch those armpits. Keep the shoulders relaxed. We go into tense mode when we have to keep our arms up for a while. Relax through the shoulders, but reach up into the sky, sky energy. The power of Sat, no, power of truth, your truth. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Last one. Inhale deeply, reach up, 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 pull up, pull up, pull up. And then exhale, release, release. Come back into child's pose. Coming into our full moon. The energies that are swirling and twirling right now couldn't be more swirling and twirling. So finding your center, always returning to your center. I thought because we're working with these very thin veils at this time of the year, the portals to the spirit world is so light. Those veils are so, so thin. So I want to do a little angelic work today, but come on back up to your hands and knees. Press back to downward facing dog. Let me just warm you up a little bit more before we sit, because both of these meditations that I have for us are seated. So go ahead and walk or jump to squat. Take a little squat for a moment. And then being very protective of any of your healing knees. Put your fingertips on the floor, lift up onto your toes, and then tuck your chin into your chest and lift your butt up. Just a couple of frogs, just a couple, just to warm up. Lift your hips up and then lower back down. That's it, Gail. Good, lift up, beautiful. You guys got this. Inhale, exhale, and go slow again. Some of us have healing knees, so I want to be very specific that you go slow. Just a couple, not 52, not 108, just a couple. Just to move through those hips. Good, and hopefully you've put on some music. If not, right after this, maybe you'll put on some music. Good, that's it. And then come into a forward bend. There you go, forward bend. Good, hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Take your arms out to letter T. Separate your feet a little bit wider. Inhale here, exhale right hand to left ankle. Inhale up, exhale touch. Inhale up, exhale touch. Good. Again, just notice yourself squeezing the inside of you, fully participating in this moment, feeling this moment so deeply. I was so touched yesterday. It felt so beautiful to know that anything that shatters, anything that is our identity that we think we are, now is the time to break through that so that we're even more. We're even more. Right? The promise of yoga is there's more. Good. One more minute here. One more minute. Breathing deeply, moving deeply. Transformation. Let yourself get wrapped up and absorbed in the full moon energy. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Pause. And exhale, release. Good. Bring your feet back together. Just going to march here, so take your arms up to the sky, keep your arms up, have your thumb and pointer finger touching, Jnana Mudra, keep your arms up overhead and just march. Just march. Get that heart rate going. I love this first Kriya that we're going to do. Keep marching. It's called Clearing the Ghosts and Opening to Intuition. Drawing on our angelic forces to be our inspiration. My teacher Robin Rose was talking about how when the veils are so thin that it's the opportunity for us to have conversations with those that have come before us, our ancestors, and the wise ones who have walked this path before us, and to the babies that are coming into this world now. Have conversations with them, right? Because they're still connected to spirit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. They're still connected to spirit. They have the wisdom of why and when and who and all the questions that we have. Connect to the wise ones coming, the spiritual warriors coming into the world now. Have conversations with them. Good, you guys. Inhale those arms up, plant both feet. Exhale, bow forward. And come on down and take a seat. Make sure you're comfortable because we're going to be here for a little while. Okay, so your arms come straight up. Palms are facing each other. Palms facing each other, arms straight up. Then my chin comes up. So that horizon line, I'm trying to lift my chin up over that line. And then I'm just going to make the figure 8 with my arms. Make the figure 8. Make the figure 8. And I'm going to be here a little while. So find this comfort, discomfort. Again, put your music on. Close your eyes. Music is extremely helpful in this one. It's going to help open your armpits. That chin is that moon center, so that stays lifted. Eyes closed, gazing into the third eye if you'd like. Find a rhythm here. And then fall into it. Keep that chin lifted, as if you're right above the horizon. And angelically, as you're flying through the ethers, I was talking with my son about angel energy, and he had an interesting perspective that I never thought about. And again, this is, each one of us come to our own conclusion about what the unseen looks like. But he was talking about how our guides and the angelic energy that surrounds us is still in service. It is still in the same service that you and I are as humans. Right? That angelic energy comes to each one of us as a part of what they still are doing, as part of their karma, as part of their work. Try to keep those arms as straight as possible, palms facing each other. And so those guides, they have a job to do. To watch over us, to support us, to send us in a different direction than we thought, because if we move in one direction, maybe we'll continue to place obstacles there. These unseen forces, right? They are still performing their karmic duties, just as you and I are. That can lead us in many directions. Keep going. We are going to be here for a little while, so find that comfort place and keep moving in that figure eight like you are in that place of service. You are moving through space and time. You're connecting with your ancestors. You're connecting with that spirit of those that are preparing to enter into the world as a spiritual warrior just like you and me. Keep those arms above, try to keep those arms above that horizon, above the horizon. Like you're flying. Chin up. Moon center, your chin, the tip of your chin, moon center. You're looking great. Keep going. Find your rhythm in space and feel the space that's around you. All the exercises in Kundalini Yoga really depend on your full participation, right? Where do you take your mind somewhere? When do you take your mind somewhere else? Bring it back. Be here. Be here. Be here. Your job is to become that angel. Even though we're here on earth, we're here to do that beautiful work here on earth where the angels do it in the ethers. But it's the same, it's just a different location. You're getting close. This is big. This is beautiful. And I always say, if you see it till the end, if you follow it through, try to keep those arms up. If you follow it through, The other end, what you'll feel as you release your hands down is power. Empowered. Feel that rib cage move. Feel that breath move. You are amazing, Gaias, the goddesses. Moving through space and time. Gliding through the ethers. It's just another plane of existence, that's all. We have the plane of existence that the body is in. We also have the etheric plane of existence. Figure 8, keep that chin lifted. This is powerful work today, you guys. Gaias, I'm here with you. We're doing it together. That's what brings tears to my eyes, the work we do together, the powerful work we do together. Chin up. Glide through. Try not to tense here. You're getting close. Don't tense. Fly. Keep going. Trust, trust, trust. Don't give up. Try to keep those arms nice and high. Chin high. We're in the countdown right now. Getting close, close, close. Last couple of minutes. All the energy that's moving through you. All the energy that's helping to release any stagnation. What's your plan in the next week to stay a spiritual warrior? What's your plan? Do your practices. That's my plan. Do my practices. That's what I've done all along, so I don't get caught up in unreal. And trust the universe is pointing us, the goddess is pointing us in the direction we need to go. So close, so close. If you're wanting to know how long we've done it, we've almost done it for 11 minutes. It's a very powerful portal number connecting heaven and earth. The two pillars, the one and one that connect heaven and earth. Beautiful. Keep those arms up. Keep going. We're almost there. You're under 2 minutes. Chin up. Arms as straight as possible. Palms facing each other. Yep. That's why we do it together, because most likely we wouldn't be trusted to do it by ourselves. I know that to be true. 1 minute, 20 seconds. And there's 11 of us today on. How great is that? See where 11s show up for you today. One minute, that's it. Last minute. 40 seconds. Gliding through the ethers, doing your work no matter where you're placed, whatever realm of existence that you are in. 20 seconds. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down into your lap. Let the right palm drop on top of the left palm and let your thumbs come to touch. And please meditate here. Allow your communication between your ancestors and the wise ones that have come before you and the ones that are coming, that are entering into the world. Let your communication be open now. Keep your hands where they are. Let your mouth open. Let your teeth release from each other and begin to breathe through an open mouth. I know it's a little chilly out, so if you need to place something around you, but breathe heavy. Breathe heavy. Keep going. Very powerful breath. "30 seconds more here." Now let your lips close, but don't let your teeth touch. Now start to nose breathe. Strong nose breathing. Deep nose breathing. Jaw relaxed. And feel that inner nadam, that inner sound. Good. And then begin chanting with me. Har Hare Hari, Vaheguru, 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 Har Hare Hari, Vaheguru. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel for just a moment. Then lay down on your back and rest. Maybe put a little blanket over you if you'd like. What is your narrative medicine? Meaning, what is it that you feed yourself with your stories? What would happen if you dropped your stories? Who would you be? What would it look like? And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with our stories. There are stories. They're meant to be told. It's when we get attached to, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a studio owner, I've very much made peace with if these walls are not the studio any longer. That's okay. Because the universe wants us to serve in a different way, a different direction. And to allow ourselves to move in wherever we're meant to serve, to be that spiritual warrior, that goddess, that Gaia. Let yourself fully rest. And begin to deepen your breath. When you feel ready, hug your knees into your chest, bring the soles of your feet together, rub your feet, rub your hands. And then let your knees drop to one side and then to the other. Do it a couple of times, go side to side, or just stay on one side for a little while. And then as you feel ready, come back up to sit. This is a Kriya called Clearing Our Subconscious Stories. So you're going to bring your hands together with just your Jupiter finger, your pointer finger is extended. Make sure you're comfortable in your seat. Then you're just going to go back and forth like you're wagging your finger. One at a, so right goes forward and then left goes forward, so one at a time. You're feeling this in your wrists. Kitty cat love. Good. And we're going to keep our eyes open for the first 2 minutes. So let your gaze be soft. And again, as long as you have, if you would like to have some music on, feel free to do that, change that if you haven't. Good. I'm going to just set my timer on my side. Eyes are soft. Feel this in your wrists. Closing off the other 3 fingers. It's hard to keep the eyes open, I know. 10 seconds with your eyes open. And then we'll be closing our eyes and continuing. Let your whole body start to feel like it's shaking while you're doing this. Close your eyes now and continue. Let any emotion come up if there is any. Shaking yourself up. Keep your jaw relaxed. This is even a point where you can muster up any anger that you've been holding on to. This Kriya does suggest moving through anger. I've been fascinated at how many people have taken the option to ask someone else when they hear that their political views are different than theirs. Ask them to tell them. You talk to me about that. Tell me what you're thinking, where you have the feeling that that candidate is a good one for the country. Not as aggression, as interest, because the interest in each other is so fascinating to hear. Why? It's fascinating not to shut down, but to open up. Again, if we become empty, let go of our identities, keep going, keep going, keep going. Let those wrists go. Let those stories go. These are 2 big ones today. You're almost there. Let your whole body feel like it's shaking. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. You got momentum now. Keep going. Shake yourself up. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Good. Pause, inhale. Exhale. Close your thumb inside of your fist. Thumb inside of your fist, 4 fingers over, and then just begin punching forward and punching back. You might feel like you're running a race. You are. We're in the race of our lifetime. Move with such love and dignity. Go, go, go. Don't make our legacy that we couldn't love because somebody thought differently than we did. Just 30 seconds here. Good. And then bring your hands to your heart. Just let your hands rest on your heart. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. May I be a spiritual warrior wherever that leads me. May I be brought to the places that I'm most needed. I feel so grateful that all the children that will cross the street will be blessed. As all crossing guards do, you know. They're such special people. I'm so grateful that everybody's house that gets wired up by my husband will have a mantra behind it. And every garbage that I threw out yesterday was a blessing. And that was dripping down my arms and into my back seat. Let your hands fold together at your heart center. Let's call it a long Sat Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Sat Nam, everybody. Thank you as always for your presence, for your love, for everything that you are and everything that you do. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Thank you, Sheryl.
You're welcome, Miss Cat. Happy birthday.
That song and the presence of all these spiritual warriors. What an amazing way to go to a birth. I think it's really good.
Yes, 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 yes.
I don't know why the universe is taking my picture away, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is, but I love you all.
Love you too, sweet angel. Happy, happy.
Thank,
birthday, Kat.
thank you.
Happy birthday, Kat.
Happy
Thank
birthday, Kat.
Oh. I know the sound I missed was hearing the train. Hearing the train, during class, and I heard it during class, and then all your voices. I miss you all. I love you all.
Miss you, and I love you too. Yeah, I just have that, train on in the background.
Like the train comes in very appropriately timed.
Always, always. All right, beautifuls. I love you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Namaste.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Sheryl.
Yes, yes.
Cheryl, I have some vegetables. I wonder if you would like to have them from our farm share. We really can't use everything. I have like rutabagas, I think parsnips, fennel with the green and the root. I have a celery root. And I also have this green squash. It looks like a pumpkin, but it's a squash that you can make. I can find out the name of it if you're interested in any or all of that. I'll put
I
it.
will take anything you want to give me. I will make magic with it.
I know you will. That's why I was glad I had the idea. I'm like, if you're gonna stop by, I want to give you a treat for coming. So
Ah,
and we can't use it because we usually share with neighbors, but I thought you would probably really get a lot out of making some stuff with it. So
totally.
I'll put it in a bag and I'll hang it on my mailbox hook.
And then I'll just switch. Thank you, Angela.
Yay, I'm glad you can use it.
And listen, so the wand that I made, like I had said to you, is mugwort and lavender and some sage. So when you light it, it's going to light a little different. So keep your eye on it because it does kind of sparkle around. But it's so amazing, mugwort, for visioning, for visioning the future, visioning, your dreams and your hopes and everything. I love it so much, and I made it with such love, and I'm so excited to give it to you. But just watch it as you light it, because I do notice, like, I made a couple different ones, and some of them tend to have little sparks that come up and drop to the ground. So just keep your eye, obviously, on it.
Okay, I can't wait. Thank you so much.
All right, bye, Angel.
I just wanted to share what my message from my ancestors was that came up with you guys.
Yeah, let
I
me hear.
wrote down, we are planting a forest of trees of knowledge.
Oh, nice. That sent shivers. I love it. Thank you, honeys. All right, I'll see you all soon.